What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back with another Fjordur video for you all today. And today, guys, we are pitting the Fjordur creatures against the Lost Island creatures. So for those of you that are unaware, we have the Fjordhawk, the Cjthecheesedj, and the Desmodus. The Lost Island creatures, we have the Amargasaurus, the Cjthecheesedj, and the Cinemacrops. Now, we're not including Fenrir on the Fjordur side, purely because he's kind of like... he's a bit of a grey area. You know, like he is part of the Fjordur map, but to get him, you have to kill the boss. And I decided to leave him out of the mix for this one. So we're going to see how they go. Now, as you can currently tell, they're all level 1, so they're all going to be on their base stats. So we're going to see who performs the best. Now, I want you guys to tell me in the comments who you think will win. My money is on the Lost Island bunch, purely because of the Amargasaurus having a big health boost because he's a sauropod. We'll go over their stats real quick, just take a quick little gander. We got 800 health on the Cjthecheesedj, 325 on the Desmodus. That doesn't fill me with confidence. 300 on the Fjordhawk. And if we come over to the Lost Island side, we have 110 on the Cinemacrops. We have 775 on the Cjthecheesedj. And then the big boy himself, 1250. My money's on the Lost Island, fellas, but we'll see how we go. So we're going to do it with all three of them at level 1. And then what we'll be doing is we'll be spawning in some freshies at level 150 as well, just to see how they compare, because the level 1s allows us to get a little bit of a closer look at their base stats sort of thing, whereas the level 150, it kind of throws it up to chance based on what random points they get in their stats. So I didn't realize the Desmodus had such low health. So I'm super excited to see how this plays out. If you guys want to see more videos like this, let me know down in the comments below. We're still yet to do any of the Ark insights as well, so keep an eye out on the channel for those. But without further ado, let's get this battle up and running. Alrighty, and the combatants are ready. My money is still on the Lost Island dinos, but let's see how this plays out. So, I don't think the Desmodus is going to deal enough. The Desmodus is already out for the count. Desmodus is out. The Cinemacrops has just fallen. The Fjordhawk's still punching on. Cjthecheesedj is still going for the Cjthecheesedj. Cjthecheesedj just fell to the Amargasaurus. So did the Fjordhawk at the same time while they were feasting on the corpse of the Cjthecheesedj. Very quick battle there. And the Amargasaurus is the only one left standing. Which, I mean, like I said, I can't be surprised. He did take a little bit of damage, but like, because he's a sauropod, his large health pool, he's not going to be taking enough damage from those little dudes. So, you know what? Let's do it one more time at level 1. What we'll do is we'll throw Fenrir in the mix now and see how that plays out. I still think the Lost Island dinos will take the win even with Fenrir involved. So, let's see how that goes. I'll bring you guys back in a sec. Alrighty, guys, combatants are ready. Let's see how this plays out. My money is still on the Lost Island dinos. I don't think Fenrir has enough damage or health in order to kill everything. But let's find out. Here we go. They're away. We're going to leave the damage numbers on this time around. I have the Cjthecheesedj raging on me, but there we go. We'll get a little bit higher and get his distance out of the way. Amargasaurus, Fjordhawk dead. Desmodus is killed. Cjthecheesedj does get the kill on that. And... Told ya. Told ya. Lost Island takes it again with the Cjthecheesedj being the sole survivor there. So, Desmodus is very low health, as well as like the low damage from all of them just doesn't amount to being enough damage to take out the rest of them. Because, you know, the Amargasaurus functioning as a tank, it's going to be able to take a lot of blows. So what we're going to do now is we're going to spawn in the same dinos all at level 150. And we're going to see if it makes any difference. Because their stats will be slightly randomized. They'll have a lot more health, a lot more damage and that sort of thing. So we'll see how it plays out. Alrighty guys, here we go. Combatants are ready once again. We'll take a look at their stats real briefly. Desmodus, 2.5k health, 400 melee damage. It's going to be interesting to see how much damage he does. Cjthecheesedj, 5.5k health, 289% melee damage. Fjordhawk with 2,640 health, although it's not fully healed up for some reason. I don't think there's any way for me to fix that. Amargasaurus has 10k health. The Cjthecheesedj has 5.5k health. And the Cinemacrops has just under 800 health. So I'm excited to see who's going to come out on top of this. We're going to get the combatants underway. We're going to target the Amargasaurus. Let's get the battle underway and see who comes out on top. Cjthecheesedj is going straight for me, but he should join in on the battle now. Let's come down here. Desmodus getting a little bit of healing, I would say, from the creatures. The Amargasaurus is taking an absolute beating from the Cjthecheesedj. It looks like he's having a bit of a struggle with his turning radius. However, the Dinopithecus is in the back lines, absolutely decimating everything that is coming up into them. So it's going to be a tough battle. My money is still on the Amargasaurus, whipping that juicy neck back and forth, applying those debuffs. Desmodus, I don't think it's getting any healing, but it is dealing a little bit of damage. Fjordhawk is also attacking the neck. We have our first victim. The Fjordhawk just dropped. The Cinemacrops did just drop at the same time as well. So both mini flyers are out. There goes the Andrewsarchus. Dinopithecus seems to be significantly stronger than the Andrewsarchus. Desmodus, however, is still attacking the Amargasaurus. So right now it's 2 against 1. They might struggle to attack the Desmodus. It's kind of interesting to see how that goes. Dinopithecus still circling after me. He's just harvesting all the corpses of his fallen comrades. However, the Desmodus does... Oh, no, never mind. There goes the Desmodus. So Dinopithecus and the Amargasaurus come out on top of there. Amargasaurus did almost die. Oh, I was going to say, how did it get blood pucks? You're not a vampire eater. I think the Dinopithecus and the Amargasaurus are just too strong. The Dinopithecus's base stats alone, I think they trump the Andrewsarchus. And then obviously, if we're going to substitute in the Desmodus with the Amargasaurus, Amargasaurus just has such a high HP pool. Like, he's a sauropod. There's no way that you're going to be able to defeat something with that much HP. We're going to try this one more time, except this time we're going to get Fenrir involved. So give me 1 sec and I'll bring you guys back in a little bit. Alright guys, let's go over their stats real quick before we get the combat underway. Cinemacrops out here with 726 health, 314 melee damage. The Amargasaurus, 9k health, 361 melee damage. So it does have slightly less HP than the last one that just fought. The Dinopithecus, 6.5k health, 308 melee damage. So it's going to be pretty interesting. Now, I think Fjordur will take this win because of Fenrir. We've got 4.5k health on Fenrir with 295 melee damage. We've got Desmodus over here with 2,700 HP and 319 melee damage. Andrewsarchus with, 8.5k HP, 318 melee damage. I think this Andrewsarchus actually got really boosted stats, to be honest. I think the Fjordur creatures are going to have it. And then we've got the Fjordhawk with the same amount of HP as the Cinemacrops. I'm not sure why these guys are spawning in with half HP. It's a little strange. Nonetheless, let's get the battle underway and see who is our victor. Leave your comments down below who you think will be on top for this match, but my money is on the Fjordur creatures for this round. Alrighty guys, here we go. Battle is underway. Let's see who comes out on top. We're going to leave damage numbers on so we can see what's going on. I know the level up is annoying and all the other stuff. Amargasaurus dealing a little bit of damage. It doesn't seem... Yeah, there we go. He's attacking. He's probably hitting the hardest out of a lot of those guys, but he is taking quite a big beating. Fjordhawk did just get the kill on the Cinemacrops. Desmodus is circling. Fenrir is freezing. However, the Dinopithecus once again is in the backline, just hammering these guys. So I don't know if he's negating damage, but it seems to be because everyone's focusing on the Amargasaurus, that no one's focusing on the Dinopithecus. Fjordhawk did just take the L from the Dinopithecus. However, I think the Dinopithecus did just regenerate HP. Is he I think he's regenerating HP. Don't know. There's 2 of them left. Let's see who comes out on top. Andrewsarchus is struggling to get the attacks in based on how much spinnings's going on. Dinopithecus still attacking. We're going to... The Andrewsarchus just spinning like that. It's hilarious. I don't know why, but it's so funny. We're going to get up close here. They're not going to attack us or anything like that. Dinopithecus not seeming to want to attack the Andrewsarchus. I don't know if he's just getting stun locked. Oh, no, there we go. They've been kicked into gear. Andrewsarchus is taking a bit of a beating. Dinopithecus is dealing some damage, though. This is purely based on the AI at this moment because Desmodus is struggling to hit the Dinopithecus. Dinopithecus is struggling to hit the Andrewsarchus. And the Andrewsarchus just has too big of a turn range to actually hit the Dinopithecus. So it's a pretty funny outcome. Honestly, I'm surprised Fenrir didn't survive longer. Dinopithecus still circling, is slowly taking damage from the Desmodus. We might speed things up a little bit. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. I don't know why the Dinopithecus isn't fighting the Andrewsarchus, because his primary attack would slap the Andrewsarchus. Desmodus is getting his hits in. You know what? Give me 1 sec. Let's just... we're going to separate them. We're going to separate these guys, and we're going to see if we can get them to reset, just because it's resulting in some... I'm not going to say unfavorable odds, but just to try and... Oh, Desmodus is on full health. I don't think Dinopithecus wins this, even with the Even if it does manage to kill the Andrewsarchus. All right, let's see how we go. Let's try this again. Fellas, get in position, and away you go. Dinopithecus beelining it straight for the Andrewsarchus. Dinopithecus getting very bloody over here. Desmodus still managing to strike it. Andrewsarchus does not look to be attacking. Nope, Dinopithecus goes down for the count. Let's take a look here, see who... I mean, the Desmodus definitely didn't take really any damage. Andrewsarchus was very close to dying. But like I said, this could have gone probably any way, purely because the stats aren't really balanced. It does look like the Desmodus is eating blood packs, which is fine. Let's take a look here. How many points did this guy actually have in his HP? Oh my god, this freaking Andrewsarchus is huge! No wonder it won. 48 points in its HP. That is absolutely freaking gnarly. I don't think I've ever seen a creature with that many points in a single stats. Holy smokes, that hasn't been like mutated and whatnot. 48 points in HP. No wonder it freaking survived. And the Desmodus getting 43 in HP as well. God damn. All right. Well, I mean, I don't think the Lost Island creatures are that kind of stats. But nonetheless, that is pretty impressive. So the Fjordur creatures coming out on top there when Fenrir is involved. However, when Fenrir isn't involved, the Lost Island creatures do take the win. And I think that's purely because of the Amargasaurus. Fenrir kind of evens the odds out a little bit because of his extra body and his health pool and his extra damage. However, without Fenrir, which honestly I feel like is kind of more valid without Fenrir, the Lost Island creatures take the win. So guys, let me know what you thought of this video down below. Let me know if you want to see more of these. But other than that, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one.